Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna, Haram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Haram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Haram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Haram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Haram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Haram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Haram, Ram Hare Krishna, Haram, Ram Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Haram Ram Hare Krishna, Haram Ram Ram Hare Krishna, I like this. Hare Krishna, Haram Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna.
Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Haram Hare Krishna, Haram Hare Krishna. Haram Ram Hare Krishna, Haram Ram Hare Krishna, Haram Ram Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Haram Haram Krishna Haram Haram
reading 8:45 to 9.
Hare Krishna
ఒక 5 minutes 9 వరకే బిజీ. ఇది 9 వరకు క్లాసెస్, అదే ఇవి శ్లోకాస్ రీడింగ్. 9 తర్వాత తినేసి మార్నింగ్ చెప్పినట్టు భరత్, మార్నింగ్ ఇస్ ద స్పిరిచువల్ టైం, డే టైమ్ ఇస్ ద ప్రొఫెషనల్ టైం, నైట్ టైమ్ ఇస్ ద పర్సనల్ ఆర్ ఫ్యామిలీ టైం. అట్లా మంచి డివైడ్ మనం అయితే వర్కౌట్ కాదనుకుంటాం. ఇప్పుడు వర్క్ ఉన్నప్పుడు వర్కౌట్ అవ్వదు, అది మేనేజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. లేకపోతే ఎంత వర్క్ ఉన్నా భరత్, నేను మార్నింగ్ టైం నేను అస్సలకి చేయాలి భరత్. నేను 8:30 వరకు కనెక్ట్ అవ్వను. అదే మా గాలి లాస్ట్ టైం మాకు ఇచ్చేవాడు మీటింగ్స్ మార్నింగ్ 6:30కి పెట్టిండు, 7కి. వాళ్ళ యూఎస్ టైం. వాడు నార్త్ పోయేటప్పుడు మీటింగ్ అంటాడు వాడు, అది మనకి ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ అవుతుంది.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
next Hare Ram, Ram Hare next Hare Ram, Ram next Hare Ram, Ram Hare next Ram Ram Hare Right. No, I said Krishna Mai. I said Krishna Mai. Where? Alexa.
Hare Ram.
I took this.
Hare Krishna,
I took this Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram.
Ha!
Hare Krishna,
No. I took first. What to do? And you're not letting me to touch it.
Krishna,
Krishna, please. Yeah, Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram.
No, I chose first. When I said when you choose Yashoda here.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram. I chose it. Sit up, Hare Ram,
everyone get here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, choose Radha.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna spelling it. No. I chose. Why you are throwing, Ray? I'm not throwing. I chose.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
But before what I choose.
Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Don't touch, don't choose. No choosing. Badra. Don't choose. Falling down.
Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Next, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna,
I'm eating after coming. I don't know.
Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Giriraj Prabhu.
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Giriraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
ఆ లావణ్య మాతాజీ ఒకసారి కాల్ చేసి చూడండి.
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారా మాతాజీ మంగళాచరణ్ ఎంతసేపు?
మాతాజీ అంటే వెనకాల బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఇది నడుస్తుంది కదా అని.
ఓకే నేను కాల్ చేస్తాను 1 సెకండ్.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
చేసా
Hare
మాతాజీ.
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
ఓకే
Hare
మాతాజీ.
Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
ఏమన్నారు మాతాజీ?
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
వస్తున్నారు మాతాజీ.
Hare Ram
ఓకే.
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for reading. Thank you so much. We'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunditam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschakta Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhaktananda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mukantarativachalam Pangulanga Tekin Vikrupatamahan Vande Shri Guru Nidataram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarva Vastam Gatuva Yasmaret Pundari Paksham Sarvyantam Suchi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Yeah. Yes. So we are reading from which canto? Quick answers. Which canto we are reading from Bhagavatam?
Second canto, Prabhuji.
Okay, Master. And which chapter? Ravanya?
Process of creation.
Fourth chapter.
Fourth chapter. Very good. So we are at 20th verse. Okay, I'm just sharing. Let's read. Tomorrow, anyway, I'm not going to start any call. So today, since our regular call is not there, the group Vanimata is started. Can we have call? Okay, why don't we use the opportunity? So that's why we are reading. So this is one understanding in the Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's lecture and maybe many other senior Vaishnavas. Like whenever we read, the time we are in the Krishna consciousness. Of course, when we chant also, when we read also, we are spending in Krishna consciousness. We are reading Amala Puranam, Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the Amala Puranam. No mala, no impurities. Perfect scripture for going back home, back to God. Science of self-realization. This is the science of self-realization. All the pastimes, activities of various kings, devotees, which helps us to understand and meditate upon these great personalities. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. Again, Deepa Mataji, please start.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. May Lord Sri Krishna, who is the worshipable Lord of all devotees, the protector and glory of all the kings like Andhaka and Vrishni of the Yadu dynasty, the husband of all goddesses of fortune, the director of all sacrifices, and therefore the leader of all living entities, the controller of all intelligence, the proprietor of all planets, spiritual and material, and the supreme incarnation on the earth, the supreme all in all, be merciful upon me. Purport. Since Shukdev Goswami is one of the prominent Gatavyalikas, who are freed from all misconceptions, he therefore expressed his own realized perception of Lord Sri Krishna as being the sum total of all perfection, the personality of Godhead. Everyone is seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune, but people do not know that Lord Sri Krishna is the beloved husband of all goddesses of fortune. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that the Lord, in his transcendental abode Goloka Vrindavana, is accustomed to herding the Surabhi cows and is served there by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. All these goddesses of fortune are manifestations of his transcendental pleasure potency, Hladini Shakti, in his internal energy, and when the Lord manifested himself on this earth, he partially displayed the activities of his pleasure potency in his Ras Leela, just to attract the conditioned souls, who are all after the phantasmagoria pleasure potency in degraded sex enjoyment. The pure devotees of the Lord, like Shukdev Goswami, who was completely detached from the abominable sex life of the material world, discuss this act of the Lord's pleasure potency, certainly not in relation to sex, but to relish a transcendental taste inconceivable to the mundaners who are after sex life. Sex life in the mundane world is the root cause of being conditioned by the shackles of illusion, and certainly Shukdev Goswami was never interested in the sex life of the mundane world. Nor does the manifestation of the Lord's pleasure potency have any connection with such degraded things. Lord Chaitanya was a strict sannyasi, so much so that he did not allow any woman to come near him, not even to bow down and offer respects. He never even heard the prayers of the Devdasis offered in the temple of Jagannath, because a sannyasi is forbidden to hear songs sung by the fair sex. Yet, even in the rigid position of the sannyasi, he recommended the mode of worship preferred by the gopis of Vrindavan as the topmost loving service possible to be rendered to the Lord. And Srimati Radharani is the principal head of all such goddesses of fortune, and therefore she is the pleasure counterpart of the Lord and is non-different from Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. So Sukadeva Goswami is already liberated, Nitya Siddha. As soon as he born from his mother's home, he came out after 12 years, right? He just passing through. Even though the women in the lake seeing it, Sukadeva Goswami, they're not covering him because he's a completely different personality. So that's the thing. Material world talks about main thing is one, no? Binding thing. That's the thing. Okay, let us continue. Now, Sandhya Mata, can you please do?
Hare Krishna, Professor Ramanatana. In the Vedic literature, there are recommendations for performing different types of sacrifice in order to achieve the greatest benefit in life. Such benedictions as a result of performing great sacrifices are, after all, favors given by the goddess of fortune, and the Lord, being the husband or lover of the goddess of fortune, is actually the Lord of all sacrifices also. He is the final enjoyer of all kinds of yajna. Therefore, Yagnapati is another name of Lord Vishnu. It is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita that everything be done for the Yagnapati, Yagnartha Karmanaha. For otherwise, one's acts will be the cause of conditioning by the law of material nature. Those who are not freed from all misconceptions, Vyalikam, perform sacrifices to please the minded demigods. But the devotees of the Lord know very well that Lord Sri Krishna is the supreme enjoyer of all performances of sacrifice. Therefore, they perform the Sankirtana Yajna, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, which is especially recommended in the age of Kali. In Kali Yuga, performance of other types of sacrifice is not feasible due to insufficient arrangement and inexpert priesthood.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sankirtana Yajna, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, which is especially recommended in this age of Kali. Other types of sacrifice is not possible. Time is very less here, 100 years only, as per the Vedic times. This is the best method, Sankirtana Yajna. And Bhagavatam last verse talks about Nama Sankirtana Yasha Sarva Bhava. That's one. Nama Sankirtana, chanting the holy names of the Lord is the best means for self-realization. Very good. So now, Sirisha Mataji, Hare Krishna, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, please read.
We have information from the Bhagavad Gita 3.10 to 11 that Lord Brahma, after giving rebirth to the conditioned souls within the universe, instructed them to perform sacrifices and to lead a prosperous life. With such a sacrificial performances, the conditioned souls will never be in difficulty in keeping body and soul together. Ultimately, they can purify their existence. They will find natural promotion into spiritual existence. The real identity of the living being, a conditioned soul, should never give up the practice of sacrifice, charity, and austerity in any circumstances. The aim of all such sacrifices is to please the Yagnapati, the personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord is also Prajapati. According to the Katha Upanishad, the one Lord is the leader of the innumerable living entities. The living entities are maintained by the Lord. Eko Bahunamyo Vidadati Kaman. The Lord is therefore called the Supreme Bhutabhat, or maintainer of all living beings.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yajnapati. All sacrifices is to please Yajnapati, the personality. Therefore, the Lord is also Prajapati. Pratham Upanishad, Prabhupada frequently quote this one. Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadati Kaman. The one Lord is the leader of innumerable living entities. Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadati Kaman. Yes. And maintained by Krishna, Supreme Personality of the Lord. We continue. Yes. Vani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Please read.
Living beings are proportionately endowed with intelligence in terms of their previous activities. All living beings are not equally endowed with the same quality of intelligence, because behind such development of intelligence is the control of the Lord, as declared in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15. As Paramatma Super Soul, the Lord is living in everyone's heart, and from him only does one's power of remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness follow. Matta Smritir Jnanam Aponam Cha. Apohanam Chaha. One person can sharply remember past activities by the grace of the Lord, while others cannot. One is highly intelligent by the grace of Lord, and one is fooled by the same control. Therefore, the Lord is Dhyam Pati, or the Lord of intelligence. The conditioned souls thrive.
Read.
Read,
Mataji. Yeah, the conditions.
The conditioned souls strive to become lords of the material world. Everyone is trying to lord it over the material nature by applying his highest degree of intelligence. This misuse of intelligence by the conditioned soul is called madness. One's full intelligence should be applied to get free from the material clutches. But the conditioned soul, due to the madness only, engages his full energy and intelligence in sense gratification, and to achieve this end of life, he willfully commits all sorts of misdeeds. The result of that, instead of attaining an unconditional life of full freedom, the mad conditioned soul is entangled again and again in different types of bondage in material bodies. Everything we see in the material manifestation is but the creation of the Lord. Therefore, he is the real proprietor of everything in the universes. The conditioned soul can enjoy a fragment of this material creation under the control of the Lord, but not self-sufficiently. That is the instruction in the Ishopanishad. One should be satisfied with things awarded by the Lord of the universe. It is out of madness only that one tries to encroach upon another's share of material possessions.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. What is that verse? Ishopanishad Bhakti Shastri. Ishopanishad. Isavashyam idam sarvam.
Yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjita
Magrida
Kashit Siddhanam.
This is what you can read one more time. Yeah, tune.
ईशावाशमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्चा जगत्यं जगा तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता मागृढाकर्ष स्विद्दनम्.
Translation. Read translation also.
Yeah, translation. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside by his quota, as his quota. And one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong.
Belong to Krishna. That's the thing. It is out of madness only that one tries to encroach upon another's share of material positions. Ishopanishad, that is the instruction of Ishopanishad.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'm unable to see the screen. Is it for everyone?
Yeah, even we are unable to see the screen.
Yes, Prabhu. We'll wait for some time. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
మాతాజీ చెప్పండి.
Yeah, అప్పటి వరకు నేను చదువుతాను మాతాజీ, నా దగ్గర బుక్ ఉంది. సో బెటర్. Yeah, Hare Krishna. The conditioned souls strive to become lords of the material world. Everyone is trying to lord it over the material nature by applying his highest degree of intelligence. This misuse of intelligence by the conditioned soul is called madness. One's full intelligence should be applied to get free from the material clutches. But the conditioned soul, due to madness only, engages his full energy and intelligence in sense gratification. And to achieve this end of life, he willfully commits all sorts of misdeeds. The result is that instead of attaining an unconditional life full of freedom, the mad conditioned soul is entangled again and again in different types of bondage in material bodies. Everything we see in the material manifestation is but the creation of the Lord. Therefore, he is the real proprietor of everything in the universes. The conditioned soul can enjoy a fragment of this material creation under the control of the Lord, but not self-sufficiently. There is the instruction in the Ishopanishad. One should be satisfied with things awarded by the Lord of the universe. It is out of madness only that one tries to encroach upon another's share of material possessions. The Lord of the universe, out of his causeless mercy upon the conditioned souls, descends by his own energy, Atma Maya, to re-establish the eternal relation of the conditioned souls with him. He instructs all to surrender unto him instead of falsely claiming to be enjoyer for a certain limit under his control. When he so descends, he proves how much greater is his ability to enjoy, and he exhibits his power of enjoyment by, for instance, marrying 16,000 wives at once. The conditioned soul is very proud of becoming the husband of even one wife. But the Lord laughs at this. The intelligent man can know who is the real husband. Factually, the Lord is the husband of all women in his creation, but a conditioned soul under the control of the Lord feels proud to be the husband of one or two wives. All the qualifications as the different types of pati mentioned in this verse are meant for Lord Sri Krishna only. And Sukadeva Goswami has therefore especially mentioned the pati and gati of the Yadu dynasty. The members of the Yadu dynasty knew that Lord Sri Krishna is everything, and all of them intended to return to the Lord Sri Krishna after he had finished his transcendental pastimes on the earth. The Yadu dynasty was annihilated by the will of the Lord because its members had to return home with the Lord. The annihilation of the Yadu dynasty was a material show created by the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, the Lord and the members of the Yadu dynasty are all his eternal associates. The Lord is therefore the guide of all devotees, and such as Sukadeva Goswami offered him due respects with love-laden feelings. Hare Krishna.
Can somebody read the next one? Is it possible?
21.
Yes, Mataji, I can read.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Go to 21 and you can.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen instead.
But we don't have, because we are not host now, sharing might not be possible for you.
Prabhuji
Acha,
is
you are the host. Acha, okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, please.
Okay. What's happening here? Okay. Sorry. I think someone else is host now.
Yes.
Sorry,
Great.
sorry, devotees. I don't know. ఇంత పెద్ద అమెరికా దేశం కానీ ఐ డోంట్ నో. ఈ ఇంటర్నెట్ మా ఇంట్లో అప్పుడప్పుడు సడన్ గా షాక్లు ఇస్తుంది. ఎనీవే ఐ
We
కనెక్టెడ్.
are in 21, Prabhuji. 21 కి వెళ్ళిపోండి.
21కి వెళ్ళిపోనా? అయిపోయింది ఇది మొత్తం. ఇంకా
అయిపోయింది. లావణ్య మాతాజీ బుక్ నుంచి చదివేశారు.
ఓకే, వెరీ నైస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. అండ్ లెట్ మీ డు 21. యా, మాతాజీ అందరిది అయిపోయినట్టున్నా? మాతాజీ దీప మాతాజీ ఉన్నారా?
ఎవరు చదివారు? వాణి మాతాజీ చదివారా?
రాధికా మాత ఉంది కదా, ఐ డోంట్ నో.
రాధికా మాతాజీ ఆన్ హియరింగ్ మోడ్ అన్నారు.
ఓకే, షూర్.
Yes, Prabhuji.
ఎస్, గౌరవ్ ప్రభు.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation: It is a personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who gives liberation. By thinking of his lotus feet at every second, following in his footsteps of authorities, the devotee in trance can see the absolute truth. The learned mental speculators, however, think of him according to their whims. May the Lord be pleased with him. Purport: The mystic yogis, after a strenuous effort to control the senses, may be situated in trance of yoga just to have a vision of the super soul within everyone. But the pure devotee, simply by remembering the Lord's lotus feet at every second, at once becomes established in real trance, because by such realization his mind and intelligence are completely cleansed of the diseases of material enjoyment. The pure devotee thinks himself fallen into the ocean of birth and death, and instantly prays to the Lord to lift him up. He also uprises to become a speck of transcendental dust at the lotus feet of the Lord. The pure devotee, by the grace of the Lord, absolutely loses all the attraction of material enjoyment, and to keep free from contaminations, he always thinks of the lotus feet of Lord. King Kulashara, a great devotee of the Lord, prayed.
Actually, Prabhupada tune on the body. I wanted to open. Okay, just a second. So let us hear Prabhupada how he recites.
Sure, Prabhuji.
I'll put the right.
Kulashekara Prabhuji, King
King
Kulashekara.
King Kulashekara, yes. 1 second. Symphony of the Soul. There is one beautiful devotee, Havi Prabhu from Russia, I'm not sure. Album. Yes. But in that is there. Okay. Videos. So that 1 minute.
Krishnatadiyya padapam gajapanjaraptam Tattaiva visatume manasarajahansa Prana prana samai kapavata vitam Anthavalo anamidho marananta Krishnatadiyya padapam gajapanjaraptam Tattaiva visatume manasarajahansa Pranapryanam samai kapavata vitam Anthavaro anamidho maranam
You are able to hear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. Please read the translation.
Sure, Prabhuji. My Lord Krishna, I pray that the swan of my mind may immediately sink down to the stems of the lotus feet of your Lordship and be locked in their network. Otherwise, at the time of my final breath, when my throat is choked up with a cough, how will it be possible to think of you?
That is the thing. How our body is going to be at the time of death.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. You can read this one also, this paragraph also.
Sure, Prabhuji. There is an initiate relationship between the swan and the lotus stem, so the comparison is very appropriate. Without becoming a swan, a paramhans, one cannot enter into the network of the lotus feet of the Lord. As stated in a Brahma Samhita, the mental speculators, even by the dint of learned scholars, cannot even dream of the absolute truth by speculating over it for eternity. The Lord reserves the right of not being exposed of such mental speculators, and because they cannot enter into the network stem of the lotus feet of the Lord, all mental speculators differs in conclusions, and at the end make a useless compromise by saying as many conclusions as many ways, according to one's own inclination, yatha rukam. But the Lord is not like a shopkeeper trying to please all sort of customers in the mental speculator exchange. The Lord is what He is, the absolute personality of the Godhead, and He demands absolute surrender unto Him only. The pure devotee, however, by following the ways of previous acharyas or authorities, can see the Supreme Lord through the transparent medium of a bona fide spiritual master, Anupasyanti. The pure devotee never tries to see the Lord by mental speculation, but by following in the footstep of acharyas, Mahajano Yena Gata Se Pantha. Therefore, there is no difference of conclusion amongst the Vaishnava Acharya regarding the Lord and the devotees. Lord Chaitanya asserts that the living entity, Jiva, is eternally the servitor of the Lord, and that he is simultaneously one with the different from the Lord. The tattva of Lord Chaitanya is shared by all four sampradayas of the Vaishnava school, all accepting eternal servitude to the Lord even after salvations, and there is no authorized Vaishnava Acharya who may think of the Lord and himself as one. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Four sampradayas, quickly tell anybody. You have four sampradayas, authorized four sampradayas, Vaishnava traditions.
Sri Sampradaya from.
Yes, Sri Sampradaya from Ramanujacharya. Okay.
Yeah. Brahma
Sampradaya from
Brahma Sampradaya.
Brahma Madhya Gauda Sampradaya is from Brahma, Sri Sampradaya is from Lakshmi Devi, Kumara Sampradaya is from four Kumaras, and Rudra Sampradaya is from Shiva.
Shiva, okay. But
Brahma Madhva Gaudiya is a combination of all sampradayas. No, Prabhuji. Is it a separate sampradaya?
No. Our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, I mean, Madhvacharya is the Acharya. The Acharya, Brahma Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya. We as Gaudiya Vaishnavas following, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the culmination of everything, but we are part of Madhva Sampradaya. There is no separate Mata. But in this, enhanced Achintya Veda Tattva. But
so the primary sampradaya is Madhva Sampradaya. No, Prabhuji.
Primary, we have four primary, right? Brahma Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, we are part of. And then Sri Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya, then Kumara Sampradaya, and then Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami, Acharya. So all are concluded that. What concluded? Servitorship to the Supreme Lord, servitorship to the Supreme Lord.
From which Sri Sampradaya, it belongs to Sri Lakshmi.
Lakshmi Devi, yes. So there is no authorized Vaishnava Acharya who may think of the Lord and himself as one. No. So always thinks about servant of Krishna. Now our Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given instruction, we all know. What is that, Mataji?
Achintya Bheda Tattva.
Yes, Achintya Bheda Tattva is a thing. But this, if you look at this, there is always we quote. Lord Chaitanya said, the living
Das.
Eternal servant of the Lord. Jivara Swarupa hai
Krishnera Nityadas.
Krishnera Nityadas. Yes, Krishnera, and that he is simultaneously one with different. Qualitatively one, another way of understanding, qualitatively one, quantitatively different. Krishna is situated as a Paramatma in all of living beings. And qualitatively he is the same. Sachidananda Vigraha in all the living entities, all the creation. That is the thing. Let us continue. Now this is one last paragraph is there in the 21 verse. Who else started? Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna, wanna read? Sunil Prabhuji? Hare Krishna Prabhu, Sunil Prabhu? Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, you read this last paragraph. The humbleness.
This humbleness of the pure devotee who is 100% engaged in his service puts the devotee of the Lord in a trance by which to realize everything. Because to the sincere devotee of the Lord reveals himself. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 10.10, the Lord being the Lord of intelligence in everyone, even in the non-devotee, favors his devotee with proper intelligence so that automatically the pure devotee is enlightened with the factual truth about the Lord and his different energies. The Lord is revealed not by one's speculative power or by one's verbal jugglery over the absolute truth. Rather, he reveals himself to a devotee when he is fully satisfied by the devotee's service attitude. Sukdev Goswami is not a mental speculator or a compromiser of the theory of as many ways, as many conclusions. Rather, he prays to the Lord only, invoking his transcendental pleasure. That is the way of knowing the Lord.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ekena Manasa. Single pointed devotion to Supreme Lord Krishna. 10.10. What is that 10.10? Tesham Sakata Tana Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogantam Yena Mam Upayantite. Krishna is going to give the intelligence so that a devotee can come to him. So what devotee has to be done there? Service attitude, serving, loving devotional service one has to do. Then Krishna is going to give the intelligence to come back to him. That is the verse, this verse. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So Prabhupada pointed out this verse, particular verse. So sincere devotee with service attitude, these two qualities, Krishna is looking. Yes, I think everybody done, no? Welcome Prabhu in hearing mode, Radhika Mata in hearing mode. I think everybody done. What is the idea? Can we do one more time? And Mataji, Deepa Mataji, other Mataji want to do one more time? One more?
Yeah, Prabhuji, we can do.
Yeah, one more time and then maybe one or two devotees said Bhagavatam praise and wrap up. Yes, 22nd verse. You start, Mataji. Before that, just hold on. Just hold on.
You don't want to do shlokas today, Prabhuji?
We'll do slokas. But one more time,
8:50 అవుతోంది.
8:50.
Go to Sloka. చాలా మంది
Because I'll also have to go to PTM, Prabhuji.
అవునా, ఓకే. ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తారు మీరు? 9 కా?
9:30కి వెళ్ళాలి Prabhuji, కానీ రెడీ అవ్వాలి.
Okay. So what is the idea? We'll read or we'll go to slokas?
We'll do shlokas, Prabhuji, because ఇంకొక రౌండ్ అందరూ చేయాలంటే చాలా టైం పడుతుంది.
Okay. So slokas చేద్దాం. Yes.
మీరేమంటారు లావణ్య మాతాజీ? అందరూ ఏమంటారు? వాట్ డు ఎవ్రీబడి సే?
ఆల్రెడీ 10 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు మాతాజీ. సో ఒక్కొక్కసారి చదివినా అంటే శ్లోక
ఇంకో 20 minutes పడుతుంది. 20-25 minutes పడుతుంది.
Go to Sloka, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, I'll go to shlokas.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhammapranam. I'll just be back in 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah, we can do. Lalith Mohan Prabhu is there, so we can do a new shloka also.
No, Mataji, we said we'll practice, right? No.
New sloka is Monday.
We completed, no, all of us, our turn, we have completed kada. New shloka is better, no, Mataji? 8 అయిపోయి 11 లో ఇంకా 3 ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 3 మనం చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. అప్పుడు 11 కలిపి మనం అందరం మళ్ళీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయొచ్చు.
8 అయిందా? 8 కాదు అనుకుంటా.
అందరూ
7 అయింది.
4
మాతాజీ అది 11 లో ఫినిష్ చేస్తే బెటర్ మాతాజీ. నేను నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఎగ్జామ్ కోసం అప్లికేషన్ పెడదాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. So
Okay.
I'll be finishing. If you all don't mind.
Yeah,
You're all
yeah,
okay.
We'll
No
learn
problem.
new speech.
Okay. Devotee's wish is our wish. So, want me to open new words? I'm not sure. Let me know you are able to. You said hearing me.
Advag Visargo, very good shloka. Means very important shloka.
Mataji, first CP1 లోని ఎన్ని శ్లోకాస్ ఉన్నాయి మెమరైజేషన్ కోసం? 11. Okay.
11
Like
we have completed 7 now.
Here.
Okay. So 4 more to go.
Yeah.
Since open చేసినందుకు ఎవరైనా ఒక డివోటీ చదవండి ఇట్లీ 1 minute 2 minutes is చదవండి ఒకసారి మొత్తం అన్ని శ్లోకాలు.
ఎవరు చదవాలనుంది చెప్తే నేను చదివేస్తా. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ జన్మాద్యస్య యతోన్వయాదితరతశ్చార్థేష్వభిజ్ఞస్వరాట్ తేనే బ్రహ్మ హృదయాది కవయే ముహ్యంతి యత్సూరయః తేజో వారిమృడాం యథా వినిమయో యత్ర త్రిసర్గో మృషా धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मप्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका स वै पुंसां परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरथोक्षजे अहैतुकी अप्रतिहता ययात्मा सुप्रसीदति वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविदस्तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयं ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्दते अतः पुंभिर्द्विजश्रेष्ठ वर्णाश्रमविभागशः स्वनुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम् ఇది మొత్తం ప్రభుజీ ట్యూన్ లో వెళ్ళట్లేదు అసలు ఏదో ట్యూన్ లో వెళ్తోంది తెలీదు అయితే ప్రభుజీ లలితమోహన్ ప్రభు మీ ట్యూన్ ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ సారీ
For which shloka, Mataji?
ఫర్ దీస్ 4
నేను చెప్తాను. Let me try to remember.
Okay.
సవై పుంసాం నుంచి చేయండి ప్రభుజీ.
సవై పుంసాం పరో ధర్మో యతో భక్తిరధోక్షజే అహైతుకీ అప్రతిహత యయాత్మా సుప్రసీదతి వదంతి తత్త్వవిదస్తత్త్వం యజ్ఞానమద్వయం బ్రహ్మేతి పరమాత్మేతి భగవాన్ ఇతి శబ్ద్యతే అతః పుంభిర్ద్విజశ్రేష్ఠ వర్ణాశ్రమవిభాగశః స్వనుష్ఠితస్య ధర్మస్య సంసిద్ధిర్హరితోషణम् ఏతే చాం సకలా పుంసా కృష్ణస్తు భగవాన్ స్వయం ఇంద్రారీ వ్యాకులం లోకం మృడయంతి యుగే యుగే. ఓకేనా ప్రభు?
Yeah, I mean, one tune if it comes now, that's been continued. Like everyone, that is a problem. Prabhu, that's not an issue actually. It depends actually on the importance of the lines. So, in one shloka, we should emphasize the word Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. So, uske hisab se wo aata hai, how that tune comes. Okay.
Sure, Prabhu.
So, second line should be highlighted by that one. So, there, where is the shloka, Prabhu?
You want me to open that one?
Okay. It's not an issue, probably. Tunes is not an issue, but then you should learn it, that's it.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Tadvag Visarga. Ye cheddam.
So, This shloka says, no, what this shloka says is, whatever literature, if it is not being discussed about the Lord, that is waste of time, energy, and everything. Okay. And on the other hand, that literature which only speaks about the Lord is, even though if it is very imperfectly composed, still it is a very, it will give you a lot of benefit. Okay. So here, all the poetry is gone to toss. No matter how poetic the material subjects might be, but if it doesn't relate to the Lord, then it is of no use. And no matter how verse it might be composed by a non-poet, and it describes about the glories of the Lord, then that is of highest benefit. Okay, this is what this shloka says. So it's very, very important. All these people who says that in Bhagavatam there is some problem that this shloka, it should not be composed like this because there is a grammatical mistake in this and all those people are gone to a toss with this shloka. Okay, because the shloka says that poetry is not important, Baba. What is important is the subject matter. Okay. So two devotees they can read, three devotees they can read with synonyms and three devotees with the translation. Okay. Go ahead.
I will do Prabhu once.
Yes, Prabhu.
Tat, that, vak, vocabulary, visarga, creation, janata, the people in general, agha, sins, viplava, revolutionary, yasmin, in which, pratislokam, each and every stanza, abadhavati, irregularly composed, api, in spite of, namani, transcendental names, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited Lord, yashaha, glories, ankitani, depicted, yet, what, shranvanti, to do here, gayanti, do sing, grinanti, do accept, sadhava, the purified men who are honest.
Tat, that, vak, vocabulary, visarga, creation, janata, the people in general, aga, sings, viplava, revolutionary, yasmin, in which, pratik slokam, each and every stanza, abadhavati, irregularly composed, api, in spite of, namani, transcendental names, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited Lord, yasha, glories, Ankitani, depicted, yet what, Shrinvanti, do hear, Gayanti, do sing, Granati, do accept, Sadhava, the purified men who are honest. Thank you.
Yeah, any other? One more.
Yeah, Vani Mataji, can you read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
That vocabulary, visarga, creation, janta, the people in general, agha, viplava, revolutionary, yasmin, in which, pratishlokam, each and every stanza, abadhavati, irregularly composed, api, in spite of, namani, transcendental names, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited Lord, yashya, glories, ankitani, decepted, yet what, shravanti, okay. Shranvanti, do hear, gayanti, do sing, grananti, do accept, sadhva, the purified men who are honest.
Deepa Mataji, can you read translation?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, I was not able to unmute. Yeah. Translation. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So, Sunil Prabhu, can you please read the translation, Prabhu, if you are there?
Yes, Prabhu. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And, Lavanya Mataji.
Translation. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by కొంచెం స్క్రోల్ అప్ చేస్తారా?
You're not able to read. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we can.
Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted
By
purified. I'll read from book.
What happened?
Yeah, I'll read. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you so much, Professor Mataji. Prabhupada many times quotes this verse actually in his purports and all. Okay, here one word is very important. Janataga Viplavu. Okay, so the glories, however imperfect it might be composed of, but what will it happen? What will it do? Revolution in the normal people, in the hearts of the normal people. Okay, that is the caliber which this composition of literature has when it speaks about the glories of the Lord. Okay, so before we delving into Bhagavatam, so these verses are specifically picked up for us so that we have a mood, okay, to go and delve into the Bhagavatam. All these verses, whatever we have spoken till now, they first bring the supremacy of the Lord, and slowly they say the nature of the Srimad Bhagavatam, how it is, okay, and what it composes of, and what is the greatness of it. Janataga Viplava means revolution. Revolution, it brings a revolution in the change of the heart of a normal people who doesn't know anything about the Lord. So there are some words. Can you please all repeat after me? Abadhavatyapi.
Abadhavatyapi.
Yeah, please, everyone who can do it, please repeat now. Abadhavatyapi.
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 Namanyanantasya.
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 Yashonkitanyat.
Yashonkitanyat.
It is actually Yasho Ankitani Yat, but we will read it as Yashonkitanyat. Okay. Yashonkitanyat.
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 Okay. Tadva visargo janataga viplavo.
Tadvaga visargo janataga viplavo.
Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo.
Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo.
Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo.
Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanya.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavah.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinati sadhavah.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavah.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinati sadhavah.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavah.
Shrinvanti gayanti grinati sadhavah.
Two lines together now. Tadvad visargo janataga viplavo. Yasmin pratishlokamabadhavatyapi.
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनता यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबध्यते
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनता विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
विसर्गो जनता विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबध्यते
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनता विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
नामन्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णाति साधवः
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णाति साधवः
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णाति साधवः
The whole 4 lines together now. Okay, let us practice. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokamabaddhavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani yat shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavah
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णाति साधवः
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णाति साधवः
One more time. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokamabaddhavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani yat shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavah
तद्वाग जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Now we can go for the individual practice if you can. Or it's up to Giriraj Prabhu if he has time also.
Yeah. Whoever ready to do individually, please do it, please.
Prabhuji, I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामानि अनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति
Yashonkitani yat.
Yashonkaniyat.
యశోంకి
నేనేంటి వాట్ ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఇస్ ప్రభుజీ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో కంటే కూడా మామూలుగా సంస్కృత్ లో ఉంటే కనుక శ్లోక అది పలకడం ఈజీగా ఉంది ప్రభుజీ. ఇంగ్లీష్ లోని వర్డ్ విడగొట్టాలన్న I don't know how do I say, but sometimes when I am reading, if I have the Hindi translation or Sanskrit translation, it becomes little easy for me, Prabhuji. I mean, that's personally for me.
Easy, Mataji, but the thing is, I am from English medium, Mataji, and Hindi is very weak.
So am I, Prabhuji. But I was fortunate enough to take Sanskrit as my third language when I was in school. So I studied Sanskrit for about 5-6 years. Good.
అప్పుడు మీరు బుక్ పెట్టుకొని చదువుకోండి మాతాజీ దగ్గర.
యా అందుకని ఇది ఎంత చెప్పినా కూడా నాకు విడగొట్టుకోలేకపోతున్నాను ప్రభుజీ. యస్యో నిక్తానియత్ అంది కదా, అది ఎక్కడ విడగొట్టాలి ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చేయాలి తెలియట్లా.
If I see the Hindi Mataji, I'll go completely go toss. So it is comfortable for me as I'm Madrasi. Don't be what is it, uncomfortable with that. You can take your transition and your own copy and have it, Mataji.
Okay. నేను మళ్ళీ ట్రై చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ. సారీ ఫర్ దిస్.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead, please.
తద్వాగ విసర్గో జనతాగ విప్లవో యస్మిన్ అబధ్యవత్యపి నామాని అనంతస్య యశోనితాని శృణ్వంతి గాయంతి గృహంతి సాధవ.
Thank you, Mataji. Perfect.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I will try, Prabhuji.
Srisha Mataji, go ahead.
Tatvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin prati shlokam abhaddhavatyapi namamyanantasya yashonkitani yat shranvanti gayanti granati sadhava. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Who else? Srisha Mataji, Radhika Mataji and Sandhya Mataji, both are in hearing mode. No? Okay. Sunil Prabhu, can you try? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Try. Hare Krishna. I will try.
Yeah. We are Prabhu. Don't be shy, huh? Because we're all learning. It doesn't matter. Please go ahead. Please try.
Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abhaddhavati api namani anantasya yasho nikataniyat shravanti gayanti grinati sadhava.
Yeah, please repeat the third line and fourth line after me, Prabhuji. Namanyanantasya yashonkitaniya.
Namanyanantasya yasho nikitani. Naki, is it nakitani? Nakitani? Yeah.
Yasho ankitaniya. Yashonkitani.
Okay. Yashonkitani. Yeah. Yashonkitani. Namani anantasya yasho ankitani.
Yes, perfect. Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava.
Shrinnamanti gayanti grinavanti sadhava.
Grinanti sadhava.
Grinanti sadhava.
Yeah, you might be more comfortable with the Hindi one because it will be very easy for you if you go for the Hindi or Sanskrit shloka. Yeah, but English will be a bit tough for the first time, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, but then very good, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And Giriraj, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Tatvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratislokam abhaddhavatyapi namnani anantasya yashonkitani shranvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Radhika Mataji and Sadhya Mataji, any one of you can do it. If you can do it, else we will. It's up to Giriraj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, recite.
Prabhu, this is not the shloka. Somehow I could see Yasyanmai. Hare Krishna. Giriraj Prabhu.
1 second, Mataji, Radhika Mataji. Yeah. Do Mataji. So,
तद्वाग्विसर्गो जनतागविप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमपद्यवत्यपि नामानन्तस्य यशो अन्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवा.
Thank you, Mataji.
Everybody done now?
So, yeah, we are done, Prabhuji.
I'll do Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Oh, you didn't do? I'm sorry. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Mataji.
तद्वाग्विसर्गो जनतागविप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवा.
Yeah, very good. You can wrap up. So, thank you so much for joining today on Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Have a nice weekend. And please connect on Monday. Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripasindhubhya evacha, Muditana, Bhavnetu, Vaishnava, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Your Prabhupada Transcendental Trading ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam prayers ki jai. With I go right in Monday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
See you all on
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Monday.